All right, you ready for my pick
I'm ready for what you got.
of the century?
I'm telling you, I will guess the year within 2 years.
In 2 years' time, you will have guessed the year. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I have 2 years from today to guess what year this came out. And I'm allowed to look at the internet.
Taylor and Alan talking about movies. They may be best friends, but they always disagree. Taylor and Alan, I seen that.
Give me the decade.
No.
No, don't even give me the
That
decade.
that
Give me the
narrows
trivia.
that narrows it down. So you have a 4-year window inside of a 10-year window.
Yeah, exactly.
um.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, so this is a movie that made me realize how old I am getting just recently.
Okay.
It was pretty sad, and I felt pretty bad about myself at the end of it. So this is a movie based on a book series.
Okay.
The main actor did all his own driving, stunt driving.
All right.
Robert Duvall's character is seen using an empty 38 special cartridge.
Robert Duvall. Okay.
Brad Pitt, Hugh Jackman, Vince Vaughn, Jamie Foxx, and Will Smith were all considered for the main role before Tom Cruise was.
Oh, why am I not knowing this? Tom Cruise and Robert Duvall. Okay. I not sounding familiar.
So the main character in the book is described as 6'5" and weighing between 210 and 250 pounds, while Tom Cruise is only 5'7".
Yeah, he's a short guy.
No
Huh?
idea.
I'm drawing a blank.
So it's a popular book series. There's like 15 different books,
15 books?
something like that. Yeah.
It's not Mission Impossible, is it?
No,
Okay, then I don't know.
this is Jack Reacher.
Oh, I was just about to say it.
No,
Dang
you
it.
weren't.
I was.
I gave you so
wasn't.
much time.
I know. I really, I was just. It popped in my head.
What year did this come out?
Fine. Jack Reacher, 2013.
Oh, sorry, 2012.
Oh, I was close. I
But-
almost said that, but I thought it was a little newer.
Anyway, so I watched this yesterday, and I watched the whole thing and got to the last about 5 minutes. Then I realized I had seen it before. And this is the first time in my life where I had watched a movie completely through without knowing I had seen it before until the end.
That's rough, since it's not even that old of a movie.
No.
So it means at maximum, you only saw it 5 years ago.
Yep. I think when I watched it the first time, it was just kind of on in the background. I was like, I don't know, playing a game or doing something where I was kind of distracted. It didn't have like my full attention, but still I was very disappointed with myself.
Huh. I have not seen this whole movie yet.
No?
I think I've seen the first 30 minutes, and then I had to leave. And I was really into it, too. I think I had to go to work, and then I just did not finish it.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not like the best movie ever, but it's entertaining.
So this is the one about the sniper, right?
Sniper. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember thinking, oh, this is a cool movie. I just did not finish it.
So I'm guessing you haven't read any of the books either, huh?
No.
The books are good. I've gone through three of them. I like the books. I generally have a hard time with books where the main character is perfect at everything he does and knows everything he wants to do and like can figure things out right away without struggle.
Right.
But generally, everything gets like, even though he knows what's going on, he still gets put in positions where it's like you don't feel like he's going to get out of them,
Yeah.
which is important.
Right. Yeah,
I hate like
the plot armor.
Did you read what was that book called? It's so stupid. Ready Player One.
No, but you've told me a little bit about it.
Oh, that book, I hated it because the main character was like this poor kid who really didn't have anything going for himself, but knew everything. Every step of the way, he was ready for every obstacle. He knew every answer. Like, it was just like there was no... You never felt like he was in risk of not completing it.
He was street smart.
I don't know. He wasn't street smart. That's the wrong word.
If you are reading a book that you don't like, do you finish it anyways if you're more than halfway through?
Most of the time.
So you don't have the loose ends?
Yeah, most of the time.
I only have two books that I've read that I did not like. And then on top of that, one of them I was not even able to finish. It was so bad.
See, I listen to a lot of audiobooks.
Yeah.
And I'll give it a couple chapters, and if I'm not into it within a couple chapters, I normally end up... Well, now you can return books on Audible, which is super convenient.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
nice.
I've returned probably like 10 different books because they just sucked.
Do you have like a limit, like if you've listened to a certain amount?
I think it's a date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So if you knock it out in that date...
I'm not sure what happens if you...
It's probably set up to be not able to do that.
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
So, did you ever read The Maze Runner?
Yes.
I did not care for it.
No?
It was enough. It was enough for me to finish it. Like it wasn't so bad, but I just there was something about it. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like any of the characters.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually read all 3 books, and then they came out with the 4th one, which was like a prequel to the original.
Oh, really?
And I could never get through it. I started it, and it was just different characters, and I didn't care about them. And I was pretty sure they were going to all turn into the characters that the main books are about. You know how they come in with their brains wiped and stuff?
Yeah.
I was pretty sure these guys were, but I was like, I don't really feel like investing my life into this anymore.
I don't blame you. I couldn't get through it. I mean, I did. I couldn't enjoy it. I don't know. And then I watched the movie, and I also didn't like that either.
I didn't see the movie.
I
was pretty confident the movie wasn't going to be good.
Yeah. But the other one is the Divergent book.
I've read the first one, and that was so awful.
It was awful. That one I could not finish.
I finished it, and it wasn't worth it.
Crystal read it, and she liked it. And then that's when we found out that they were doing the movie. I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. So the premise was interesting to me. Mm-hmm. I like along with time travel, I'm also a fan of dystopian societies. So I gave it a try. About halfway through, I was like, I don't like this, but I'm gonna power through. I don't like the characters, but the worst part about it was the dialogue. It was so bad to me.
Yeah. Well, I hated all the Divergent. I can't even remember the other ones. They had like 9 different names or whatever, and they just referred to everyone like, "Oh, well, you're this, so blah de blah blah," and it's just like, "Oh, this is exhausting. No one cares."
Yes, I think for some reason I thought it was going to be along the lines of like The Giver. Have you read that one?
I have not read The Giver.
That's a good book, but it was not like that. So I probably got about 80% through, and I finally said, I can't do this. This dialogue is so bad. I can't do it. So, and then I stopped there. It was pretty bad. Those are the only books I've read that I don't like.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about Tom Cruise?
I don't know. He has his moments.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's so weird.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked him in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah, he's pretty funny in that. That was a genuine surprise in the movie theater.
I remember we went and saw this movie, and I think it wasn't even till like the last scene or something along those lines.
It was in the credits.
Yeah, that's right.
And we're like introducing Tom Cruise or something like that.
We're like, that was Tom Cruise?
The whole
no idea.
theater was like, what?
That was funny. But it's funny now because if you go look, it's like so obviously Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny. But I mean, I like some of his stuff. I like Top Gun.
You hear they're making
I like the Mission Impossible. Yeah. So that brings me to another story. This is how dumb I am.
Ooh,
as if you didn't already know.
These are my favorite stories.
So I was at work and I was talking to the guy next to me. We're talking about the movie because have you seen the show Billions?
No.
Have you heard of it?
It's with the guy from Band of Brothers, right?
Yeah, Damian Lewis.
Yeah.
It's a great show. But anyways, there was a character in it who was in it for like 2 episodes, and I was like, I recognize this guy. He's not famous, but he's like he looks so familiar, and it was bugging me. So I finally looked it up, and it was the guy who played
Goose.
What's that?
The guy that played Goose?
Yeah, so it was the guy who played Goose, right? But it did not look like him at all. And I remember thinking, he has not aged well. He just doesn't, even like looking at him side by side, these pictures, it did not look like him. So the next day I was at work, I was telling this guy at work about it. And we started talking about the movie. And I was like, oh man, well, I wonder because I know like Tom Cruise is supposedly getting into shape, and Val Kilmer said he's trying to get into, because Val Kilmer looks horrible.
You're wondering if that guy is going to get into shape for the movie.
I wonder. I was like, how are they going to bring him? I was like, I wonder if he's going to. What is he going to do? Because he looks so different now. Yeah. And the guy just looked at me. He's like, "Are you serious?"
I was like, he's going to look very different in the Maverick timeline.
Yeah,
he's going to be
probably
super skinnier than.
I was like, yeah, I don't know how he's going to look.
Now, when you said this, were you acting like you were smart? Like,
no,
I know what I'm talking about type attitude. Like, I'm going to impress this
guy.
I was my thoughtful question of like.
No, basically, I was saying, I was like, he looks so different now. I wonder how he's going to come back and like look anything like the character that he looked like before. And he just was like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "Yeah." And then as soon as I was like, "Oh, never mind. He's not coming back."
Yeah, no.
Spoiler alert for Top Gun, everybody.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it back for the sequel.
Not gonna make it. Have you seen Val Kilmer lately?
Not lately, but I saw him a couple years ago, and he does not look like the Iceman.
Oh, he has aged so poorly.
Yeah.
So poorly.
Well, he gained a lot of weight. Like, he got real sick, I think, and gained a bunch of weight.
I would say probably 300 pounds.
He gained 300 pounds, so he's like 450 pounds?
You think he was 150 pounds before?
Probably. I mean, Tom Cruise is 5'7".
Yes, but Tom Cruise is a small guy. Val Kilmer is probably 6 foot something. I bet he weighed 200 pounds.
Okay. So you think he weighed 500 pounds now?
Yes. That's the point I'm trying to get to, is he got up to 500 pounds.
I don't think he gained up to 500 pounds. Probably not even 3.
No, he probably didn't hit 300, but he looked pale. He just looked horrible.
You know who looks horrible from that time? Is Steven Seagal.
Oh, jeez.
I
agree.
He is not aged well. And man, that guy is so full of himself with all his
that guy is
stuff.
Something else, man. His face, he's one of those who's clearly had work done on his face.
Yeah.
Trying to maintain his younger appearance or whatever, but
well, he's super,
and he's
super into Aikido, which is just a fake martial art. Basically, it's fake.
Yeah,
at least
and
what
he's
they
like
say
a volunteer
you can do.
cop.
Yeah, I don't think he is anymore.
Yeah, I think he got in trouble. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I've never liked Steven Seagal.
Well,
I just not a fan.
Back to Jack Reacher. If this comes on
Jack
TV,
Reacher.
What are you doing? You watching it? You turning it off? You smashing your TV?
If I had time, like if I didn't have to do anything, I would probably watch it just because I've not seen it all and it seemed interesting.
Yeah, for me, apparently I'll rewatch it and think it's the first time.
So it's kind of like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. You were able to wipe it because you're like, that was such a good movie.
Yeah,
I'm wiping it. Again. It didn't shape my childhood like Terminator, so I can erase it with no problem.
Yep. It's pretty much what happened. Except I didn't do a full wipe, and I recognized at the end, I was like, I've seen this before.
You forgot to wipe the last 5 minutes?
Yeah. It's pretty sad.
So how do you rate this movie?
Like,
I mean, do you consider it a good movie or an okay movie?
It's just okay. It's not great.
Bad movie.
It's like, it's entertaining. It's not one I would recommend to people to watch, but if they had nothing else to do, you might as well.
How do you feel about Tom Cruise?
I like Tom Cruise as an actor. I don't like him as a person, but as an actor, I like him. Most of his movies. I was looking at his movies, and movies that I consider to be like good, like really good. Edge of Tomorrow is one. Mission Impossible.
I haven't seen that one.
Those are good. Tropic Thunder is good. Collateral was really good.
Collateral's a good movie.
Minority Report was really good.
Yeah, that's a good movie too.
I think Jerry Maguire is considered good. I don't know if I've ever actually seen it.
You know what? So last year I went through this phase where I was watching a bunch of movies from like the 80s.
Yeah.
That I just never, they're popular that I just never seen.
Jerry Maguire was like, I'm going to 96, by the way.
What's it? Well, good thing I didn't try to guess. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But anyways, I was like, I'm going to watch this movie. I didn't like it. No. It was not good.
I don't know.
It's so hyped up.
Yeah.
Got all these like famous one-liners and this and that, but the story seemed really dumb to me. Like it didn't even make sense.
It probably is a good movie then.
Yeah, probably for everybody else, good movie. For me, no.
Yeah.
I didn't care for it.
The Firm and A Few Good Men are movies I haven't seen, but I think those are supposed to be really good.
Oh, those are both good movies.
Far and Away was good. Days of Thunder was good.
I never saw those.
Yeah, I like those. Born on the 4th of July I didn't see, but that's supposed to be good.
I haven't seen that one either.
Rain Man is good. Cocktail is good.
Rain Man's a really good movie.
The Color of Money is supposed to be really good. Top Gun is good.
Top Gun's great.
The Outsiders is another one we've actually talked about.
I don't believe that he's in that movie.
I sent you the screenshot
of
him sitting on the couch.
We don't have time to get into the fact that he's not in this movie, but my stance still holds. He's not in that movie.
I sent
he's just
you
on
the
the cover
screenshot
to bring in the fans.
No, I sent you the screenshot of him
that
in the
was
movie.
That was Photoshop.
I think it was actually a clip.
Who's paying you? Is it Tom Cruise directly?
I wish. Yeah, and that guy's got that Scientology money.
Yeah, you mean, so he has no money, and Scientology has all of his money.
No, that dude, he's like #1.
Yeah, but do they make money?
They gave him that medal. Oh, they get a ton of money.
Yeah, that's a weird place.
Yeah. I think you should join and figure out what's going on. Do like I seen that expose of Scientology.
Ooh, Inside Edition. I like it.
Not Inside Edition. I'm pretty sure that's copywritten.
Well, it's going to take some time. I'm going to have to establish myself. And also, I need a lot of money.
Yeah, that's
true. So we're going to start a GoFundMe for me to join Scientology.
Well,
basically, yeah.
Jack Reacher. I like it. I would, if it's on and I got nothing else going on, I might watch it. I might watch it till commercial. It's right around there, in between.
I think I'll probably try to watch it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, considering I just watched it yesterday, I would continue. But if it was 2 days ago, I would watch it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. You're not going to watch it again.
No, I won't watch it for the third time. But
not ever?
I don't regret watching it yesterday. So.
Nor should you.
All right, let's wrap this up, son.
The end.